Now this is about buying food and being careful what you buy. Because sometimes you'll buy a big bag of pasta, as you can see here, for 3 kilograms. There's £2.97. You think, oh, that's a good bargain. The thing is though, it's the same pasta every time you eat it. So you can't change it, you can't turn it into lasagna, do you know what I mean? So you've got to be careful when you buy food that you don't buy food that will just sit in your cupboard and you'll just eat it for months and months and months. When I was in my late 20s, I actually made that mistake once. And I got so bored of eating the same pasta like every second day, because I quite enjoy pasta. So I'm going to show you on this site exactly what you can buy for just over £2.97. Okay, let's go. Right, so a good look around, and as you can see, I spent £3, which obviously you will know is more than what I spent before. But when you look at what I bought, you'll see what I mean. Now I bought one of this pasta. I bought 2 of this pasta. Let me go down a bit. And I bought just that now how this is lasagna. So I don't cook it a lot. So I just bought one lasagna sheets. And let me see. And I bought 2 of these. Now as you can see, I bought quite a lot of pasta, but in all different formats. So you're not eating the same pasta every single day. So all that pasta for almost the same price as if I bought that big bag of pasta and just kept eating the same thing every day, which I think is quite boring. Okay, let me look for some more on this site. Right, now, as you can see, this is plumbed tomatoes from Asda, which are 28p, which aren't bad. Now, if you look, let me just move my mouse. If you look here, you see Asda tomato, 4 tins of 400 grams, a set of 4, that is 34p and a half basically. So rather than paying 28p, you're paying 34 and a half pence for your tin of tomatoes. So you could buy 4 a lot cheaper singly, and you can if you buy them in a set. And also if you look at the ones that are the expensive ones, top brand, look, okay, they are 50p each for the exact same thing that you've just seen up there. And that is a big old difference. So that's 28p, that one there, that's 50p each, all for the marketing. And this one makes me die sometimes. This one here, it's got herbs in it. So that one is 37p. Now anyone who knows about cooking knows you put a little bit of spray oil, you heat the oil up, put some herbs in, let all the herbs cook up a little bit for about a minute or 2, let them all crisp up, so they're all nice, and then plop a tin of tomatoes in it. So paying 37p for a tin with herbs in it, I think is a bit much. So when you do your shopping, just have a look at what you're buying to make sure you can use it for different things. But also, those herbs in that tin, you might try one and go, oh, I don't like that. Then what you do? It's like you got 4 tins of herbs of also stuff you don't like. So what's the point? And also, one thing I found out about tin food, is the price changes quite a lot. The reason why is the price of tin. The price of tin goes up and down quite a lot. So sometimes you make it in the supermarket and the cheap one is the same price or less than the expensive one, because in the company that basically have it in the company that actually makes the tin buys it in massive quantities. So if they buy the tin and it's a high price, it means it's going to be a high price in the shop for you. But if they buy it at a certain time and in the price quite low, it means the tins is going to be a lot lower than you think. And also brands tend to change in their packaging quite a lot. So in the packaging, if it changes, they have to get all their old stock on the shop floor and sell it cheap. So always keep an eye on tin food, because sometimes, not always, you can get cheaper tins here and like cheaper peas and cheaper carrots, all because the brand is changing their packaging. So just think about tin, the price of tin and the packaging, and think, well, that's cheap this week. Let me buy a few more tins of carrots and some plum tomatoes. It's cheaper this week, and you'll notice the price change. I don't know. That's what happens. Right, let's see if I find any more. Right, and I found some more now. Now here's some eggs for $1.18, and there's 15 in a pack. Now these aren't free range, they're like in a cage, which you've got to think about if you want to buy cheap food that's been kept in a cage. Now, to be honest with you, that really isn't my thing. I'd rather buy the £1.10 one for 6 eggs. But you know what? It's up to you. If you have an omelette every morning to fill you up before you go to work, it's completely up to you. But personally, I wouldn't buy caged eggs. But this one I would buy, because there's 12 and it's $1.69, which isn't that bad. But obviously if you're on a low budget, you might have to buy caged eggs. But obviously it's completely up to you what you choose to buy. Right, now on to pizzas. And as you can see, the pizza here is a fresh one. Now, if you cut that into 4 pieces, that will be 32p and a half pence. If you cut into 4, and what you can do is you cut it up and then put it in the freezer. So then you have it and you can just take it out as you want it. And the one next to it is a frozen one, which is cheaper, but obviously it's going to be hard to cut up because it's frozen. And that one is 27 pence for like 4 slices. So if you've got someone coming round, might be better to get a couple of frozen pizzas in if you're having like a movie night like that, and just chop up some pizzas and there you go. So always look, sometimes fresh is better if you've got like small storage in your freezer, because you can cut it up and you can squeeze it into a freezer easier. And the big ones obviously are in bigger boxes and flat. So sometimes just look around and see what you've got. See you later.